Raud Mahama ho emra obani budget na ba minim ya nso hu ana na ote ye strike o
budget in the hu ye na say ya ma flamboyant figures ya ma figures nearma ebeye say Ghanafoɔ ni Japan but you see Ghanafoɔ omun susu enije no omun they should be measured jubilation or more no o share 2025 budget mania madam for pa KCL Dr. KCL to force in the buy no o ka se obey niam bi e na Ghanafoɔ policy and I can say they were jubilating, especially NDC for say but after a year no end no e say share 2025 budget on niam benz na no mo ye me majum den ma Ghanafoɔ and who say aban we ye juma pa me to me two issues ma bo me ni nyina inflation say inflation move from 21% to 8% enya sir and exchange rate and so stabilize agina na o maka me no enyina exchange rate no is obvious say me say Dr. Kotu also I know more pumping. I've seen other areas almost 8 billion.
Ebia 8 billion.
So far on my data they go up for now yes. I am not I mean I know your others you're looking at other sources but don't show man strictly the other 7 billion.
7 billion in 10 months.
Dollars in 10 months and all they are stabilizing the city. And now so we know where the stabilization is coming from. The entire city now stabilizer no enya magic
and even the city no crown gold board budget allocation of finance minister here no on religious scanning manu na mo BOG and the finance gold board no so no
we don't even know by direct BOG na finance we only assuming BOG man
deputy former finance minister I mean Adam
Osi BOG
na fund the gold board no ko ekotia IMF agreement on money Ghana one so he was raising the question why I said IMF is not regulating and making sure say BOG bejai financing of gold board
now remember inflation Ghana inflation na ya bon economy say ya maintain masio my boy inflation about down but ukojema it doesn't reflect on the market. Look, time inflation was 21% no. Now cement bo. Near year 2024. Near year 108 cedis. Peter Tio. So what Titi say? Tama inflation.
Peter na finance minister na.
Tama so no or challenge me. Tama inflation year 21% na year dey no. Na cement bo. Na year 108 cedis. Ne cement bo inflation year 8%. Cement price of cement depending on gas and diamond in there is between 112 and 120 Ghana cedis. The inflation no about form na inform na buy no what is the effect? Obi oton so far bottled water. Oh mo amunum so kra. Share price of bottled water. Me pese me bobo mudi e wa ha. 2024 price na e to ene Peter onom bottled water pa. Ebedu baby kra no water nso no kra upa onya bi. Bottled water. So what is the effect? Inflation about from what is the effect? Dokuno is now 5 cedis. No boy in 2024 no. I did a campaign. The TV stations need be your colleagues need be. What is the price of kenke today? Inflation there bar 8%. No. What is the price of kenke today?
And the size of kenke.
Today. Yeah, per kenke pa no. Yenim. They say open size of kenke a be to say the na 5 cedis to say 7 cedis.
Di benkunu size no
shrink in fact me met my bob baby a me to me benku e wo kokwa benya
Alaji baby ya komia me die mo kakra me catch me say mo no mo ye no mo wo ayi bi mo de 15
yes
aka say ye to si auto 15 a wo men auto 13 so a auto 13 so a untimi ni enti omo de omo nya no 20 man ye wo medal because auto mi no a untimi ni auto ba kon so a wo men
apart from this inflation no effect ni inflation na about from it means is a prices are reducing. Price me boy they are
reducing.
And it is a common man. Omo see a line. Omo di dokono. Omo ye price na ma. Omo num so. Obi an so de obi anum bi. Every bottle water no num bi. But sachet water no kra price na koso. They ba and no kra koso. So what is the effect of that 8% inflation on the ordinary Ghanaian? Apart from that, who they kojom? Na bisa omo market omo dija. Bisa almost say 2024 omo niama yeto at that time and then whether people are purchasing, people are buying like they used to buy because kanu any ho what suppress it economy no
ma me ba ko ada kojachi o say the ho 2024 now na cement ni 80 Ghana cedis.
Yes, because they are in fact variation highest na me boy because the variation was between 85 and 95.
Yes.
2.5
yes.
42
exactly.
Yeah, no the highest
highest no and na me can ne kwa e kai the net lowest no 95 cedis
which is higher than
the higher
figure then.
So that's why I gave a highest na me in 2108 no a highest in 2024 and na highest no about 120 Ghana cedis. Ye koya na e buy. I've told you about market. The cost of market JD4 me na say me wo mo jidwa ka jem say Antonio ma o say amount for niska o de beton niama. That is the effect Ghanaians yeah na say e ko increase salary say 2026 9% na ye dey ma you ye dey Bɛma workers sky hin na obenya e dey
obi say ba omi aka say asiwe nyina ba omi na ye okwa say aka na ipe na ma mo na ipe
okay mo say aka na ipe na mo na ipe. Then let's come to 2025 budget. As you say, you analyze and analyze whether 2026 way a lot of the lofty now they will be achievable. 24-hour economy. Say what now 2025. Yeah. 24-hour economy mark on one sem. Scale more release here. Yeah, saying
100 million.
110 million. Now, my to say Madame for power or say 150,000 nurses be backlog. No, they will not be able to take them in 2026.
Yeah.
Now 24-hour economy actually saying and you know okay say Juma Bako 133. Now nurses no more 133 omu nimia na. If really 24-hour economy, that's where you know easy crowd. Because your hospitals be brave, crisis here nurses anyhow. So if this omuguho, these are ready made. Hospitals we empty. 133 no to me use helpful essential to me use way experiment. To me use nurse experiment 133 there now bet my. My member 24-hour economy no. Say now almost cost here. The coordinator of 24-hour economy cost $4 billion. Yes. But now say a policy center Center for Policy Scrutiny. Almost your analysis be almost $4 billion no cry a understatement. I
see. Because
also almost tax incentives no mo dey Bɛma companies no and no man cost no. Infrastructure subsidies o man cost it. Any public investment obey to set nearma obey to enable the private sector to take it. No man costing it now. Do costing it now. A more no cry be cost out of even the 4 billion no sky no more allocate here.
100 million.
100
So one for the answer, one back and one some. And so
just like Omuga said 2024 message 30 women's bank and already
50 million,
51 million.
And of course, someone in this base.
Yes, ne Omasa allocated 451 million. And no, it makes sense if they were do say bank the
400 million
adequacy ratio. No, say Oma.
In fact, for a development bank, I think it ranges between about 600 to 700 or so million.
Okay.
A level. So if you want to do a development bank, but it's not a normal threshold that we do.
But wait there, so almost say Aija.
Of the seed money.
Seed money. Seed money there to set up a bank.
Yeah.
Also the 1 million no that's on the set up no the 400 na capitalize bank.
That one is fine. And no the especially on release here. And a KPS who are the capital expenditure. About the anti-America way in an say figures in a boy 2026. I'll be a jubilate. No, we should look at the performance of 2025 budget to see whether 2026 budget no. Ebe almost keep a capital expenditure. Almost remember spending 11 billion Ghana cedis Peter. Budget where OSHA figures now released as of end of third quarter no Oma year Oma spending 3.2 no 11 billion almost spending out of 32 billion. Oma spending 11 billion on capital expenditure out of 32.6 billion on so investment. That is just 34%. 34% depend and almost spending. Big push. So big push na major a year abanwe major policy.
Yes.
Baby as say ye be Rosso, ye be see hospital, ye be ye den a big push. Na big push no, onim say 2025 budget no. Mo allocated 13 billion. 13 billion. At the end of the year, as of time, now already budget no almost say 7.6 billion now on my committee. Commitment simply means say me economists, but my understanding is say scabia at least I know they are or more say way there yeah the bet
yeah the bema so yeah my
yes I say on commitment basis 9.7 billion on my committee and that is out of the or more budget 13 billion no more allocated no meanwhile 13 billion no it was just a fraction because that was equivalent of $800 million out of $10 billion no almost a big push. Now you have allocated only 13 billion in your first year and even that on our committee only 7.6 billion. You can see the shortfall. Now in 2026 budget almost say budget and say now committee they are allocating 30 billion Ghana cedis to big push. If you add 2025 and 2026, it means a total allocation 43 billion. Peter, 43 billion out of 100 billion. Yeah, fan say CD near 10 Ghana cedis. Yeah, fan say apple. Yeah, fan say exchange rate 10 cedis. It means 100 billion in the 4 years. No, it will be 100 billion. Now, out of 2 years out here, you are committing 43 billion.
43 million.
43 billion. Okay. Big push, you know, 100 billion. Okay. For if you even take exchange rate of just 10 cedis, and almost say big push in here $10 billion. And I'm saying that if you work it out, it is 100 billion within the years. 100 billion. And I was first 2 years, you know, you are committing. You are allocating 43 billion.
Then for your capital expenditure now, almost say, rebranding.
It is say revolving money now. Yes. Committing because they are pushing all into their big push. Apart from this, you know, Oman said they have given contracts. So they are awarding contracts and the big push 63 billion. $63 billion. Meanwhile, our allocation cry 43 billion. Ghanafoɔ. Now short for 20 billion. No? Is it really true? Say 63 billion contracts will be awarded or have been awarded when your own budgetary allocation require 43 billion. Anyway, me economist, and so eya kasa economies akasa na share expenditure omo ye me san ho e wo e you say government expenditure in total fell by 14.1%. Expenditure omo ye share omo expenditure omo you know because of commitment in amount me it fell by 14 point. If you have a budget, our total expenditure falling by 14%. Dog you know the amount. It means that one man nyama bebre. When I check say me ska mobile boy any nyama mbe no. I am not sure say 2026 budget euro nyama mbe boy no based on their performance in 2025. I'm not sure say the omo boy on betimaye but me hope in say what is me free upper waist John Drama mama kokati sword from I think from Techima to Wa also kokati another from Wa to move up to getting to Navrango the bumper says a big push you know
obetimi awia na okroma
na emera mama e no de me bumper is on betimaye but good luck to all of us.
Meda Sebusia Alaji Awudu Salaji Kwesi Nyamayo Ra Awudu Mahama and Martin Kan managing editor for the Custodian newspaper and Peter Ankama and so a deputy managing editor for
mobile
so we the GTech phone too
Dabi but me ana me can say me Alaji no enye proper me a me kan wa ha mobile don't do any he say me say me you so can say obi person oboa me so much say mama inaugurate president mama his excellency inaugurate hajj board
nti afi there say Peter this can
obi am Peter
o ka una can so the seed
money Peter seed money na so 1,000 ko better say seed money
I was Dr. Frank Barnum ha economist and then lecturer ewo Gimpa no nkron aba pansema aduonu enum your topics na academics but budget no hu hianti you spending much time on the budget you was says nipa ese yekope soja edia emaiwa nsia ahwere omunkwa sad raba born so yagina tumas chief justice na honorable Kenneth Japan and so they all call it on majority account for say they should reject a minority tribes na dey nti na eti o mai mu na majority mom ho kwan ma minority fo ehunahuna omo and obi bi say say ade share from Christian Muslim afedi do majority minority yenim ba bi e be connect but does it really matter say obi be di o man so a eso e majority ana minority ana na nya asem we bi na safma African biribi atwam a ho ba asem biribi na na nti ne nyina aka menim Dr. Bano ebre se wo de wonche wo ho obre na ya so okay nti ende ma me hya so ho na emuni a pese ofa bia no na ye monitor ne akwa ni
we de budget men ka bebi ka wo sa wo fa 2025 budget na ukọ appendix 4A na
okay
no omo wo nchichirimu under Office of Government Machinery. Na ye will be from Office of Research Department. Ye allocate goods and services.
Yes.
Any capex, capital expenditure, 20 million. Goods and services 50 million. A total of 70 million. Ye dem as office no. Obefa 2026 budget na. Now we call appendix 4A. Sir, Office of Research Department or say Developmental. I disappear.
Yamvanze obi
eni obi
paso memi hwe mahwe ofosuku achide na mami
be patran
and so 78
be patran
is here
Office of Government Communication ye man 78 million 2025 8 million for goods and 70 million for capital expenditure
paso this year
me who say otwika self pa now understand the 70 million for capital expenditure now oba 2026 this time around ye man 50 million for capital expenditure any man 8 million for goods and services and your money 23 million Ghana cedis.
We are set up. Ibi shebim.
So but the mimi
we there.
and ya be set office be for the first time yes office be the office of 24-hour economy.
I know you're different from the secretariat.
Where the presidency minim sani actually so
as a secretariat no
and over here
as a presidency
office of 24-hour economy.
I never come TB.
You allocated 70 million cedis. And the amount for goods and services, 20 million for capital expenditure,
so 90 million.
90 million for office of 24. The pamuchu, 24-hour economy not to date. A binding point to be made with the policy document or the year Juma. Seed money in power so Munya normally Juma 4 billion, yet 110. A dear fast so dear Ghana, a year free 24-hour economy going into the second year of the NDC government here. Yatam taxpayers' money of 90 million Ghanaians at the Amasa office. In fact,
I never consume and say, yeah, procurement professionals. The main year of procurement authority. No. A value for money.
Yes.
But I'm your budget you say you be set up another office a value for money office. And I was like, so what will be the purpose of and I said the objective of the public procurement authority. Yes, you be set up a value for money office. Now me say, hey, are you? And Chebun say because on us you be an authority. You be value for money authority. Duplication of portfolios. Enti doc me da say we no dey free better to this
in some year okay me say obody here ne dey
one former recruit o mako nya kwanhia
eno na meka na
okay
the two na academy jam
and Peter no
I think they are in the better position to do justice to those issues
mate
the rule eya asefem na eya reho say abanya ono ankasa as part of eye ne campaign or catch Ghanafoɔ say na ehukure hiampo say eye police and say security agencies won recruitment forms for e beton ya je Ghanafoɔ sika obaye ono aton oni yesi slots na ye meteye say de mete na me boa me pramucho mon correct me yesi slots na yes 6,000 slots
say 4,000
and one more forms of how many
60,000
60,000 for slot. It is a 10% of the total value sale, and no any year they ma as slots. Woso na woso advocate yes, and can wumpo here send better forms for those who want to sell Ghana.
Form no me to say Peter say almost 350 me wa. Yes, 350. 200. Okay. 200. Okay.
Ebi mo dia re say this is the same abaya. Was share Ghana for
200 so more ton 12 million Ghana cedis forms
and they couldn't even
almost resist for who
here for na muni adwuma
na yes say MPP aban three more dey to say mo ko ebe screening ni free no ene dey na me nyama wa yete na ebi mo ko train on national services so mo aduan kroma sorry Ghana fire services yes so mo aduan kroma Ghana o ma na ntwe mo aduan kan ntimi dey me nyama wa na we nyina ye the settings and packaging asama ye catch Ghana for menti say de ye nimu na nimu ana awia no ye nso kane ya hwene nimu anajo papa wa bada ye nimu sane awote ba Ghana for enti ye no mko so no moto abama NDC aban and Ghana for bibire na anodem na arre ho so say enipa etise se mabaya and mabawa fefefa afina wafefe afrimu na won free mu mpo no yentumi mpo enya obi panyi bi wo man ni mu ha na wa ma me gina ha nkase oh we dey I am addressing the nation as far as this issue is concerned the rule eno ne ade a na ye ma rehuhu because we've seen incidents happen yenya eye empanyifo emo be address Ghana se menka ye ya anano a eye nyame fo currency empanyifo bi a omukonya plane akwansia yenya office of the presidency emomo abedresse Ghana for
no cross am going company
so na emaba was stampede ema you say about 5 are in critical condition per news document american yes 5 are in critical condition
na doc Myra ne mofra 16 enya akwanhia wubogu gender minister anko when not even a statement. Not even a statement.
Just what you want to say. And these are the future of Ghana. And yes, I said you a year, you see, or maybe a human resource, natural resource or one, and ye gold that work for more, and ye eye oil eye nipa enu nti na for ma bi to say Japan a omo say wokọ ma anwo nti they are even paying people say na be ya mo be wo because people are refusing to give birth because a nipa no and the natural imagine say anope enkayemu nyina nke anwo ya imagine the gap that would have been created
many many dano so no afi bi o ba ko me fa no kwe
so na awrebu sem say yes till date yenya wo bia asem ba akokra me de me kan ya nka me bu yefu yesem me hu say me nim say yes deputy finance minister so say families no my free mono they will get the one slot
deputy defense minister Tibon Koso no a wa hwama sa asim wo asim
asem kase say asim amanfo ahwero mo de share tisa ebim ye university graduates a omo maame no papa ma tete omo nsem ahwe mama ebim kra ba committee ne so ye adwuma bank bi GT bank mo fa nche me CBG and also ko ena wo ye bank
edana koma so be
obey student no person ono so ko no ko try ewu the only sensible thing for you to say is say you be money family one slot. I mean, how insensitive can we be? To say me say you win elections near your power we are let you be demigods.
Now if you put the guy
Professor Patrick Lumumba said what we should know is say there is no wisdom in the ballot box. It will be a corny a top man no be a year and I know chess we hunu nyansa. What me?
I mean how can you say that say we will give them once?
You see that person no can say Asɛm no say you maybe a so resign bro judge
unless say you no can
deputy defense minister no one akoso on the can let's talk about now resign.
Yes, in fact that was my sentiment. Say look, this guy should resign.
Bro judge fees resignation me no mo nya adwen
adentia
eba me o men kan
Dabi o de ma yinwi
sir Emma by a woman Kumasen so yes be si okra me bi to the hospital
5 he pray
na 5 are still in critical condition e be see ne nim obu faith. Now the only thing for you to come out and tell us and say ye be my families in slot. Now be there will say sa family no for be an maame ne papa baba ko peno no e na o ma hwere no. How sensible is this? It woman is slaughter na the banner we wu a what say what tell ya bedu this stage what say sika on what say bre what create big vacuum o ma sa slot na sa vacuum na failure na. It is a sign ye Canada and ye yankoso ne yankum Ghanafoɔ say we ane yaka say family no ye ma obia slot into military and ye ma obia BC. He say yanse bi ye bi. And I say governance no has been reduced to the barest minimum in this country. As I said, yesu sane esi e bonkro as enkro governance and ye hunu okro mi hanu musi obi ane the position amano hwe se asem isi ye na yese se Greater Accra regional minister se hwan ana oye hwan maami bi
ayamba pusigan bina
Dabi maami bi let me say debe no mo call honti o mi refi asem no ka bibi nyama esono maame na parliamentarian
sa maame Greater Accra regional minister ne die on kan nyansa asem da oh sa maame no oye loose talker.
I read that thing I was like come on
sa maame no
asem sia
oba anya school papa ko pe classes man
asem sia me yaw ni ntino. Yes, inti na penyi fo se ye nyira nkran ne mu ntutu nkran ne. Inti ye wa asem bia ebia na nka bia obetumi akon. But na na asem na ya inti no ehɔ na hyehye no se de ye nka nsem bi. Eno nti na wo tamfo kura se bi so ofiri mu a. The best you can do ne say obe express say oh ya akɔ. That is the least you can do. Because owo de betumi atro bia. Na ono nso se de they were not supposed to go there. They say assembly or kind of so knowing say that they were not supposed to go there in full batch, you know. And then I'm here to prevent them from getting into the stadium. Pato, stadium, and I could be entrance in my man. I am here, and I to see the could be entrance, you know. And yet the state institutions they are responsible for Airwork Stadium. No could be here. State security so you who some of the videos they are supposed to put these people in check and tell time a man for war me whom a video be a buy a young lady be all through war. Let me say, hey lady. Now what through
soldier phone and no moody. Soldier phone and no moody didn't call an actor one name no mood.
Let's stampede the best seat. Then the same thing a man crash was stadium and Kaya Nipa Win. I see will be out to get to my one gate pet and yet to tear gas or winning a rim. And I need petrify any person. It's where you see a cigar. It's what lessons did we learn from this? For me, dear Mimi, one thing I will say, Mary Manus make us say, NDC are pine. President John Dramani Mahamadano. I was set any menu your mother a year a chopper more thing. A break Ghanafoɔ any water watch or more this year say. And yet because of the carelessness of the government and its agencies, empty and a massa and Maya a this is data. It could easily have been presented there.
Medase, and pay Ubisha a imami, say, as NDC, John Mahama, Eba Ben Brevia, Tanya Black Wednesdays. In your first Black Wednesday, I think some 2012, around 7th November. Muka Malcolm disaster, no. Emma Nipa Bugu, a dang Bugu Nipa so, about Chimota, Nipa Wuye. The second Black Wednesday was 3rd June 2015. And also circle a Johnny so a DH Afra, Emi Kunipa, no Ponipa send the way a bumble 100 Nenusu Kunipa. And son of the 3rd Black Wednesday, no, a year Wednesday, 6 August 2025. Helicopter year, a Koshia say, a Wednesday, yes, a Boase Pumuho, and Sunipa watching Eshro Munkwa. And Wednesday, 12 November 2025, Ewak, and also a Maroensia. Almost so ashre omunkwe num eguso eda conditioner anotin enti NDC for Wednesday there eya ha adwen kakra so ja ni nyina wo nyame nsem Peter amiti we enti Dr. Bano yeah that's it
doc yeah my friend
no
are hosem na eto o man no na anu wukwada no na se nipa wusa you cannot justify it with bibia na nema ne ye arehosem pa ne se so tie minister for interior munta kan press conference obeye na o chire say no going forward and she say aban ne de gu o say omuma baby moro nipa 500 ko one time abi aba fezi be kwa nopa na bia ko ho awia na o matchechem a number of days nso om de be saa yi no afeso om be baby bebre a om be saa screening exercise ne ade a na e kire wo say ewuwi it was an avoidable death na kan sese eba o etise de na wo boss a helicopter crash de pe oh na ne man ya rehosem ne say akoba say ne yesi say yeyi kwan na anka wo dan a o say kwan yi de etene papa mum say kanwa abusua ahwe o de hye ukọ maame a ne ba ebia asem say akwakoto no nyoma o mu fam sa abre yi no enye enigisem Nanka, this is the time, that is where I'm tempted to also agree with Dr. Bano say the president and the leadership must show leadership. But I hope something say, I say, Omufi say, normal. Those who were directly in charge, you say, you reassign or man, say, almost step aside. It be Yako, the Kofi Annan, you reassign or mutu other department here. Nika will be a quarter fear. I would say minister. Okay, so minister, the person in charge, because this is not the first time military, especially military, on my estimate. So,
the minister in charge of this recruitment.
So who was in charge? The person no in charge. And Cesar will reassign the keke. Also, what's the fee? Because this is not the first time military.
By the way, Nepano or your caretaker minister. Was he really in charge of the defense?
But allow you say at the time, no.
Now when I was blame him.
No, you see, and then some can say me the blame the Bema Penny Mahama.
Mon fanko. Say deputy innocent deputy minister no
substantive defense minister. And no ye mampani mahama and I. And no manabo amati asia anka mimi say we ain't see.
Mejidisa. Knowing who he is.
Who is. And munta katiasi. Unse ne mani bi onuma. Last week to say munta ka say the promotion bi ba nanim. E me kwema or ye checks bi ni ade. And one na me can say deputy defense minister no. Finance minister na ye busy a or she budget no. Sadi we
responsibility no. No.
Oh, are you saying that for sure? So we need mana so what do you think? Alaji. Oh, can for sure. And now what do you think?
Me say Yembisa say Yembisa before we call for his dismissal. Yembisa say whether he was in charge of the recruitment process. Yembisa Abain.
So who was in charge?
Now you were caretaker minister.
That's at the time caretaker minister or your budget.
You see the reason. So when people were calling for president to appoint a substantive defense minister on the floor of parliament, also same way CZ Babin Crab beside can say we should appoint it.
Yes.
All this, why is it that we him say we have major military and yet to say a
defense
defense?
Yes.
I'll be a 3 months.
Now won't me appointing
a now we blame a poor defense minister.
Your Mahama will not have the moral right to even sack Brujajan.
Yes,
and that is the whole issue. Because only moral right. Because on no cost society we say
let's leave the young deputy minister like that. Or no, yeah, Bonibia. Unless Mark say,
the directives by say, okay. And Kwalano, put him say, almost
only responsibility be an on say, slot tobacco back. On a dear name, on Uncle can say, there be a one
policy.
So you only ask man
was he responsible for that one?
It's you ask man they
are now to say, uncle now to say, and that one too, I have an issue with more disagreement with that.
I didn't
to say, Obi Echo, yeah, and I'll be a woo. And I say, as at least yeah, team Nipan on my back.
Yes.
But as matter of compensation, at least something to assuage your
and a brace.
Near ma one slot and I'll be beside. I know she a bonnie.
Mohammed
family.
Mohammed said they will. Can you imagine in someone called Sam George who could do a black one and somebody in feedback can.
And no the Mohammed me know ya dream papa. Share me final point. Unse branding one on the Nkofungo tria omuko wuye yunu. Mr. President Mahama odo mane de enen so omane wuye no oya disappointed omane ne oma omu wuye no. So wo hwe ekwan fa so a sa nkofo no eko wuye a ebi mu aka se ebi anka asojafo na President Mahama ma ba ya no omo eko fie ne kana ebi mu ewo hɔ a nka man sa. Of course abai bia ba soja maybe 1 or 2 bi eko fie, but osha am said this time no it's unprecedented. Say the generals ne army a year o makofie no de bibi kakra aba military ho.
No enya omonko a
enya bibi kakra o bibi kese. That's why I'm saying don't put your this on the poor deputy minister.
Peter enya omonko a
na the decision no so the poor deputy minister don't mean who free mo. Nti kakoba na kayesi soja for akuma koye bibi.
Do you know why our constitution deputy minister when deputy minister cannot have to act
meti wase bati anka koba yi ene sa soja for o makoye bibi na ese o man ye meje $100 million a ka bojaje fo be yin hu afiri mu se onka hwana
no o mention
no
the government for some reasons
yes
soja for aye bibi ana ye bo man na baso so soja for ade o maye nti bi e mo $10 billion ga deputy minister no ko be yin hu afiri
so ka ba mo no ba our responsibility
they say na no Ashanti him
our responsibility
Ashanti him wi a okwayi wa hu soja for na twa no ho esi
yes na asama bade a
wa hu Ashanti soja for na chi mesi bro
Muhammad asama o kan no senka asem we to Oman at the time MPP wa Bɛma. Kapati se ma.
Babies we sharp TV nyina enim so.
Even helicopter
politicized it.
Jai, hwe. So hwe the report na omo ba.
Helicopter no man ka say obi na e dey acid. Any name.
Yes. In fact, the same though you okay though you have some names any regional no only the regional minister ni nyina
they spoke play no omo the bomb bushi mu blast. But Peter, you see, you raise a very important point about in 24 school placement. The same thing happened. Yeah. Because of say best hands never and the same way no best hands never
in fact one of the issues say obia and say top hierarchy na you mufri mono was one of me make us a contributor to even inspecting the plane and the helicopter and crash here. Yeah. Because if you look at some of the issues you are raising, due diligence, due diligence.
Share, Tio. Okay, Mr. President Mahama, Omani Bomo, Ebia, Open Asɛm near the home. But so far, he's not done enough for the 8 now. Share so. Ekoba ye chechi mu say, and this for Beka say MPP for now be the asset, Manahene. Any MP4 na pese plane blasting ni ma no mini nsem bebre ya no mo say bi mada akwaluku na mo sin kenko chini krampo aso akaka nsem bia ense so kan ne hu nsem bebre no abana ko ye nhwemu wie no mo de report ne bae no the helicopter report you know mbati in page 21 ti do mo kan omuka say na Kumasi the weather no na ti and that there was heavy clouds sitting just 600 meters, blah blah. Only Accra and Kumasi aerodrome weather information were available. Into Ofori call Boase. Aerodrome that is a directional location, baby Oko. Now Oko no plane no and heli no air kono. Now the information are not available to the plane. Any man no more no more share.
Ayo Boase.
No, Kumasi baby all kono or was no
that's true to play Nicoy.
But na uko say would all be possible. Aye. They are about a year bay. Na boy
and ye ne papa ye.
That's na ye ne papa ye. Ah okay. I also so be one. No na they run on better go heaven. Another
we are done Peter touch. O say obi abeso ko heaven na ye bo go ya na
pacho mi nyen we am
onye we pacho.
Matias majatum.
Ne papa
Opa ewu ya ye ba yi ya
na so
na ebo abai. Na baby awuko no unim baby awuko because kind to aso a in paper I say there was no information on the weather along the flight route available to the pilot. Tio na baby em wanwa kra ye pay 24 say the aircraft on the day of the flight even though it was declared say na airway you know but na a lucky terrain awareness warning system na a lucky advanced navigation with terrain mapping na a lucky automatic flight control system na a lucky equipment that could have enhanced situational awareness to some extent in the plane na
look, apart from that, yes, a plane no we did 10 years, I say we after 10 years, and then who say and maintenance after the 10 years.
I bow for almost say MP4 plane no ko toy and I
to be lies.
Plane no on my report teacher say omuko turn 2015. In fact, 2014 no started some ko year now on manufacture back China even 2012. Now not 10 years. Asun March.
Yeah,
May or Senka this year echo. And almost omuko 3 months extension. Not 3 months is about August 18th. August 6th now omuko. Can you imagine?
I did obey mention uko G extension ma yet to say bako. Wa uni say ukai tie. Odi tu kwan be blast it. And I go catch a organizer say, oh dear, mammy comra. Mammy come again.
Break pad, I now I can say, oh, no, I can tell mechanics. Mammy fan come out, mammy fan come out.
Now a boss was actually.
Peter Mamiti Alaji Ninya can deal with other issues. Alaji on the plane issue, on the recruitment issue.
Recruitment in India, same no more argument on responsibility. May say the backstops military high command say a serious country they should be answering to Ghanaians by now why the thing happen. Have you seen any serious statement from military high command why this thing happen?
Oh yeah, well, public affairs na issue statement.
Said then.
Oh, say nipa
who was responsible? Now recruitment, why na recruitment? See police here. Police here or more their last nano uti baby.
In fact, to be fair to Dampare, even though some of us disagreed with the last minute, maybe
and nothing about police, you know.
Yeah.
So police here recruitment. Do you know police recruitment? A doors to change soldier for there. The numbers. Omo year last year. Oti say OBT crack cano. Me cousin be or call me cousin ba. He was part of a year also Kobe. Say crowd war zone. E war Boku area hono. Conflict zone, sorry. E war Boku area. See yeah. What they did was that yeah my chips so obia ni day or Bɛba. Yeah we say 1,000 say ba this day. The following day say sana police here no. Recruitment military yeah no last year no what is assassin we see here? Why have they moved away military high command hierarchy? Why have they moved away from policy na use last year to do the recruitment?
New people are in charge.
There was an indication.
Exactly.
There was an earlier indication say that Fiamakobe can say the 25-year recruitment age no.
Yes.
Extending
to 35.
When you say NDC for no person mo do mo for eshim.
Yes.
Na Ghana card na expose mo age no. Nti no mo push say yenye extension.
Sir.
Enti me no me na me can say alaji ade we say hwemu yi it could crab be say enipa na ekogu ho no enye the right people ana so mo kobai omo say ye invite you mo through omo apply. Oba he kra na NDC for soldiers ya from say momra na first day no ayen famo na munko
because it in
because say wo kwa na wo apply ye ma o day out Bɛba meboa. So how come say you say nipa 20,000 you say that mo nyina kugu ho one day how come
na omo ka so mo nyina so mra 6 no
how come
na mo kwa matoto gate ni mo nyina
how come
8 asana mo bie gate
it was
na ma bre
a call for proper investigation.
So me can say changes na many opinion mama yeah was soro no me reset no or reset no maybe he needs another reset to reset the reset because they see there last year yeah they fe yeah fine Chieftaincy. Why did you move new hierarchy no why they move away from this
because mama call Bɛma ogohwe omkra ya o say in the past no ye recruitment grandpa in the dark MP we need to say this is the first time open. Can you imagine?
Look, me ma ebusianfo yako. Oma very young. Me Peter Muni. Me started to me. I have very young kids. I was show ba.
Oh, febra obre.
Oh, me say wa show ba san at least even up to SS. Na say wa sorry efifi am pa say o pejuma. Na obeti. Say we wu.
Oh,
can you imagine the impact on the family, the immediate family? And yet people are talking as if they are not bothered about these days. Hey, yeah. And I say another Black Wednesday. We say plane crash and also say Amukai and we say Wednesday. DNC. Dear crowd. Share the reports in the amount Mokaka.
Unnecessary.
Say no one Asɛm I can. Believe in
the I vet in the MPP in some, but I'm ready to
vetting of the Chief Justice and MPP presidential. So, but you have a free or not free.
Back
for MPP on.
Sir Honorable Ken is calling on the majority tribe to reject the minority tribe.
Majority tribe in any day.
I'll say account for.
Do you know the population account population in Ghana? Do you know by 2021 how
population census mean check here
45% account population. Granted say all accounts were to vote for account candidate. In a national election, all accounts were
non-accounts.
Bɛba So or say voting minority no or canon. The Akan dominate Akan or canon. Akan population in this country is 45%. Akan population no 45%, Peter. Yeah, the 45% winning election of Ghana.
Dabi.
NHS Ebsebio Ebino Mukasa na Omayi no Mukasa no Ajune Kwechiri. If you are calling for this yen majority tribe or ethnic group, and no any Akano Ghana. Because we are Kani. If you are talking about minority ethnic groups, it includes the North, it includes the Gans, it includes the Volta region, it includes Peter. What names are?
The
minority.
Oh yes.
But we can say or no answer Sokrano or ye minority, the tribe no ye minority within the accounts. So if you are saying, yeah. Saying what's the percentage of our sin in the account population?
Me we no kasabia ma delegates omuntie and I mean say MPB delegates omuntie sa kasawe. Oko ka say Eastern region go no Eastern region.
Where the me patron me ba yenua Prince Pra.
Okay.
Emma me update bi I don't know say na say me bone.
Maybe I
say Air Commodore Thomas ni Phil Okan, Director General Human Resource, and Colonel Matthew Kwesi Suka, Director of Personnel Administration, have been asked to step aside. Colonel Kusida Akon is taking over as Director for Personnel Administration, and Commodore F.A. Nyakom takes over as Director General Human Resource. Changes are about.
I mean, let's you Prince Pra about security sense reporting.
But
me cry my friend Jay Addition kakra one ho. But we are the abano. But yeah, almost step aside. Say almost continue fee and I say asan reassign you to another position.
And now so almost step aside pending outcome of investigation.
What me mate say? No, a movie one ma. You reassign you to another unit.
So what is the point?
Principal, come again, Mr. O. On because
say almost step aside pending outcome of investigation.
Because so far say abani enhwemu
me say so ma commission investigation within the military.
And so money on be but also abani na nkasa nso.
Esa we na obi kan gujeto no ka ba na okujeto aye etinu sen yes yente full probe by partisan by partisan probe into this whonious
ne are who the parliament is a casa cry yes man before him ma monga
come
into where they call the parliament
now I could say Mr.
Banking sector cleanup you cry na aban no ayenhwemu awie ana case ni wo court speaker banking be catch say obeti committee
this one beti otie I think that committee na Joseph for say usu na chairman
omotie ena lawyer to BOG
we actual Frank
Yenya Penny Esankuma
or na Frank Davis okay
no choma mo say enya mo we dey
me so omotie mo di Joseph for say usu
na Asɛm say atu o man no parliament is not interested in going into it
Dabi
okay na mega MPP Asɛm one now MPP so
the principal ya twɛn
MPP say the American deuro meaning say MPP delegates say bio omunim de omope omunim niama ebe ma omo ato aba on 31st January 2021 so Sanka say obi the your friend say Eastern region one Eastern region go no Eastern region
I say Eastern go Eastern come no and North go North come and also no until yeah for be from central.
On say sometimes when you talk em say o kasachia o ma nyansa ni o mutimu sometimes sa na ebi no mo dwen say o kasape nobody will analyze in a kasa no na Eastern region so of central region Eastern region ni central region it was side man enya southern
Ghana
and then na no why you know who say southern Ghana Eastern region and southern Ghana no different But when you go to northern Ghana, no, Savannah and the northeast here the same. Utiemi
Mitipa.
Say what southern Ghana.
Yes.
Eastern region say what southern Ghana.
Yes.
Your friend saying central region say what southern Ghana. So eastern region say eastern region ba say a southern Ghana.
Yes.
So eastern region there no person from eastern region but central region betima ba. Say ni na southern Ghana. But okay northern Ghana different party poll where different political parties. Now so because President Mahama oye northern no Baumia so is a northern Baumia must not come. Meanwhile Baumia Dr. Baumia fi northeast. John Mama fi President Mama fi Savannah. Why do you think that listeners or delegates will listen to this? Say when it comes to northern Ghana there you not separate the regions. What you say? About southern Ghana there you are able to separate eastern from central region. Delegates
no if he allow even that I didn't know one can say I can't go I can't come you know
correct. Why are you not saying that I can't go one call sir because one also where I can but if it comes regional no eastern region is different from central region but I call northern Ghana no northeast is not different from Savannah. Okay, say nipa no mokasa no sebio.
Say ono na tune nti ame say akan say ono na all call say akan should reject minor tribe. So say na tie there then there say won so ye akan. Na na Akufo-Addo so ye akan. Nti no say akan go akan kama. Then na no so ye
because who you say no power a chere say no message be anyhow. Sabio Peter say most of my research now I'm for year no any say research no be here mugu.
Okay, so Peter Prince Prasan baby must see it's true say Omari assign omutu a different portfolio.
Yes.
Colonel Thomas or say Colonel Matthew Kwesi Asukano now he is in charge of Kofi Annan peacekeeping center and
no the
Thomas ni Fio Okai and so director general planning and say plans and planning at the general headquarters.
Hey Oko planning
onipa na went to recruit
program what planning am man be here you know
onipa 4,000 I feel the one they call planning for the whole armed forces. Hey Ghana you Asɛm Peter onipa no went to am planning and recruiting nipa 4,000 yeah no director plans and planning at the general headquarters.
Hey the whole armed forces Ghana forces this country wait until me message you know say be no message asan say regret to say pot belly scrub me so say me checking me belly so yeah message you know look I've always said say who your campaigner kanyama o candidate betimaye ama party any abine any Ghanafoɔ nyina that should be your message. We should stop this ethnicity. We should stop this I know me say Dr. Baumia for year you or north. Meanwhile, you can't say you mboni pa homo yes adian mano. Meanwhile, one kasa o ye candidate no, o na o yes adian ma. So who will they believe? They may bompa say campaign way it will be done in an atmosphere of decency. No be say so that delegates will be able to judge obi or adwimpa.
And I was about can I come with you to say in Fipa Lanche Martin and for year and Akufo-Addo 2008-2012.
They fake and
but I say me challenge you say for one video bra and now one write-up
yes
and now one audio of Alanche Martin himself during the 2008, 2012, 2014 NPP primaries. Our cassette and Akufo-Addo, you won't get it.
Yes, that's true.
You won't get it.
That's true.
But you all day a year course.
Yes.
But in the case of Honorable Kennedy Japan, he himself
is a
conveyor on a lead attacker. And so you can produce numerous videos, audios, and write up of Onuankasa or abuse Baumia. But in the case of Alan Martin, for that one, I give it to him.
That's true.
He never ever opened his mouth.
And then
so Obeka BB against Akufo-Addo.
And no correct.
So here are Canada Japan on Alan Martin
on a lead charge. Dabi on Siano because on no name no or can say Alan no behavior or no behavior and then ma Alan Shia he never recovered and he was not going to toe that line or no eba bema sema on betray say or ebema
and the mema semni
because we say Oko can say I am not party for you for Asɛm I am in person I feel reluctant in talking about them. So me, my friend say, more contest in now. Do your contest. Tell the delegates they obey my party no. When you become the candidate, any they obey my Ghanafoɔ. When you become a candidate, that should be your message. So that omo canas or mutie was super more on beto abama. But this thing about way for her, way you say minority, way majority, way you say no and such a if you look at the way I live in Ghana, majority tribe no kano on the majority group no e worry sebio obia or a minority. That's how we have lived in this country. That's why we are united in this kind. Yes, sir. Yeah, yet to say the amount for free. If you want to recall what in Nipa we are kasa kan previously, Charlie ye Papa Magana. So we should prevent these kind of comments.
But as a laji, I also see say on one son share who say within the account, so no see a minority.
Within the account. Yes, so I ask.
I seen me.
And you say was it or yes.
Oh, I seen me. And I seen see a minority within the accounts.
And the accounts so special on so even within the accounts.
Then I send no so a minority
within
the account communities.
And a candidate say accounts so your accounts
feed the majority
or your fault.
You want more feed the majority accounts.
And accounts no more within Ghana no. If you look at Ghana total population no accounts no more is not up to 50%. So your con is saying
are you and the
so it means to say sir campaign message here
a
non-starter until many say delegates omuntie and it will show me have says
because sen alaji can san it here the and na Ashanti fo nyina nkotoma komeje point
that's all
na
kwafo nyina
ai kwafo ne achemfo nso so na ekuapemfo
yes
yanso yenkotoma branch tempo
na
asemfo nso tomo na abukana Japan
na aibefo ne nkranfo na eyi no so mo ya minority
so mo so kotoma ba omi mo ya minority is that how we want to divide this country? Very unfortunate
because nkranfo omo ni candidate wom I say be me na
aibefo nso ni
candidate wom na
nzimafo ni
candidate wom anzima so omo ka no
okay yes
anyway nte eno ano before nkranfo any northerners ye nyina minority omo ni kanem ba omiankwa so if you do this you see your smoothness level
me da se bebre Peter
na say mentimen kan bafoboni
okay my Peter we on this one so asha so hana we are near say bring the account
yeah sorry because I dare no gagging all that be ya ba there no mu obiewa no say no you can't go there this is in court obiewa no say no it is in court
November aka how many days now I'm say aka
and then 15 so me find say chim pepe aka 15 days
and December so there I'm say Christmas ne holidays we won baby na January so campaign no and shada and yeah because now obi year ne planning and operations me bompa is messing in content
okay
na me ni ayanka ye no December 31st kranka ye
but you see the truth of the matter is say occasional jobs there na
when you occasional
me come Asɛm Japan who anje oh
natural
occasional jobs there part of go meet me contest so say there were menu no by ko ba say ye pray bibia o say me ka bibitia o kakra
okay
but o hwe Asɛm President Kufuor kan wabra na MPP and launch omo ideological institute or party head office na or say stay away from tribal and religious campaigns. So okay, they
yes.
MPP for nko hwe sa pesa video no ntie asama president for kind on that day. But president for say we should even reject people.
Yes,
can't say Asɛm no.
Yeah.
But you see, you say politics there. Behind the scenes, on friend whispering campaign. No one be recourse. Obi shia ni nua wo kwanche me a ebi timi kan sama nenim na president mama Asɛm ne ya ba mu no. Ne ntro ne no mo de frafra. So but to mount a platform, say main platform na candidate na obeka bibi obi be finding derogatory and I say tribal any religious idea I na a bit problematic to me bompa pa say but ebio me interest wo the organization and so far Joe Wise no wonder he's called Joe Wise why are they pa
or a wise man
but also what committee be no they say IPAC dey be also aspirant no obia or rep our mushia as and when to decide on going forward how omunye
every step
to be sure say album no omunye is provisional cry is even ready
yes
but say noise na atwa say initially people were making noise about the TESCON and schools egu
I say many abia also obe mama blows okay many MPB also obe blow me because of say campaign we are
but I so God kwaku na so den that day no MP no me na me nam me ba no na me frɛ wo audu me ne MPB ba na MP no ye nyina ya damfo ye bedu a hwɛ na wanfa
Asɛm a ɔbɛka bi a meyɛ din
because that medical na MP na chia o base bi a ya ye ho argument pen ye ba ya audu nkasa o ma hu ne ye no wate chain na kofa nto ene na ka oso ko babu no kra ba ende na agro
said that me into ono ne nam okita no dey achre me e wo parliament say one way na anka DMB dim no almost smuggle on your test ko ni bia na almost and I maybe sound say school ben and nipa no a almost smuggle also
because the new constitution has specified
yes
say TESCON president
exactly
and coordinate
the argument in the schools now almost in schools ni bi egu san no catch me
but of course say even schools na egu krampo na who compile it should be there
yes
na munyina because who compile no all the schools what database munyina na who compile
yeah exactly
so
and they have refs
but it is up to the to decide where school in bia yes you need TESCON you hope you you need say then you correct all those mistakes near there and so far I'm saying say through the intervention and I say Joe Wise ne committee a what say aspirant no bia amfa ni nanam si mra no munya bibia mfa to say EC iPad omuye no omuhia as when no all those they there ba ho ni nyina because me won hear me pa the album register na ye de beto ama no say no mom problematic and outcome no be everything but say no ye so far omagia to me enche say by next month be certify na a month to time or so no obia benya ne copy that settles it and the campaign here you need we dey munya because say the president for kind no omo yes no they will be rejected.
All right. Madam Asi, I'm say Brena Sunti, ye de be si ho.